All right, folks, welcome. Ryan here, coming to you with a brand new live. And as you can see, my title tonight is Develop Ourselves Through Daily Practice. And a lot of us, we often do the physical practice, and that's good because it deals with the external. That's fine and dandy. That's beautiful stuff. But often we ignore the internal practice or the mental exercises, oral practice. So, we want to put some attention on the mental practice because we need to do the mental exercises day in, day out. Why? Because it is also part of the lifestyle. So, we do the fitness for lifestyle. And we are also doing the mental exercises as part of the lifestyle. So we want to take care of the internal as well. There's a book called Psycho Cybernetics, written by a plastic surgeon. His name is Dr. Maxwell Maltz. I think it was written back in 1960, I believe. So he was a plastic surgeon, and he realized when he do plastic, he does the operation on these women, beautiful women. They will come back to him and tell him that they are not beautiful, when in reality, Pablo Escobar, good to see you back. Hope all is well with you and your loved ones. And so Maxwell Maltz noticed, or he came to the conclusion that there is two image of ourselves. We have an internal image of ourselves and an external image. So a lot of us, we go to the gym, we do all the physical exercises to make ourselves appear look good outwardly. But inwardly, we do not touch that part. And that's the part where we're gonna have to start pay attention to. Don't forget, folks, while you are here, like and subscribe, help out your boy to get out into the YouTube universe. Appreciate y'all for being here. So, physical exercises, outward. You do your push-ups, your pull-ups, you lift weights, good stuff. Great. You run, you are in good shape. You are doing well. The mental exercise. Yes, so far so good, Pablo. Thank you for asking. So the mental exercises, because we have to change the internal image of ourselves as well. Outwardly, let's say you were skinny and you have no muscles and you just puny, and you are not that physically attractive. So you want to change that. You would go do mountain biking, go to the gym, lift weights, rock climbing, so forth. Because the external, you want to take care of that. Push-ups, pull-ups, running. You will do the physical stuff to get yourself more attractive. But also, there is an image inside here. And this is when we're gonna have to do the reps, the mental exercises. Not necessarily easy. Um, as you know, I have quite a few, quite a few little books here And I use these to get the reps in for the mental exercise. Right? Daily work, every single day. So, this is part of the lifestyle. Mental exercises must be done because we need to take care of the internal as well, as much as we take care of the external. Prayers. These are prayers. This is spirituality. We need to take care of that. So, great job, Pablo. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep working out. Yes, keep doing it. Keep working out. Keep eating good. All right. So, mental exercise. Now we're going to have to do those reps. Here are some stuff I wrote out by hand. I've been reading these for quite a while now. All right. That's just it. Been reading them for quite a while. So, do the reps every single day because we're going to have to deal with the internal as well because we're trying to change the internal image of ourselves because we have two. Thank you very much, Pablo. Appreciate it. I will. All right. So there are two images we have, one internal and one external. Now, you can read a book, listen some audios, right on. Great job. Good job, Pablo. Keep it up. So, you can, it's another one again that I use for the mental exercises because this has to get done. And we need to do this day in, day out. And we are going to change the internal image now because now today is day 431 days since I've been out here on the grind working on the physical, the external image, and that's good. Nice, Pablo. So there you go. Let's go. Education plus fitness. Trust me. Those two together will change your life. That's what changed my life. All right. So now, day 431 days since I've been working on the external. And I also 431 days, Pablo. Not 31 days, 431 days since I've been on this journey here. All right. So the external, I'm pretty much well on my way. I got that down. Dealing with that now. So now it's time to turn up the heat and step up to deal with the internal image. And this is when the reps comes in. And we are going to make that part of our lifestyle as well. Because we are trying to change here. Nobody changes by just hanging out on their couch or sitting down somewhere not doing anything at all. We are changing ourselves here. We are changing the image of ourselves. The person who we were 5 years ago or even right now, we want to change that to somebody else, a better version of ourselves, the version that we like, the version that other people like better as well. And that's what we are going to do. Work on it. So here we are, working on the internal. I highly recommend Psycho Cybernetics by Dr. Maxwell Maltz. Very important book. And a lot of us don't understand that our internal image, what we see on the inside, those pictures or words or feelings that we get or that we have and hold on to, that is our image. Old trauma. Old trauma just means old information. Information that you have been holding on to. This is past stuff that happened to you in the past. But you hold on to it still. So it's old information. Old trauma is old information. You want to replace that old information with new information. Just like if you want your old physical look to change, you have to go to the gym. So to change that old physical look, maybe you're, like I said, you have a pot belly, you are fat, you are not physically attractive. That's an old look. You want a new look. So that's when you're gonna have to get up on a pull-up bar, do the push-ups, lift the weights, go for a run, because you want to bring out a new image of yourself, right? And you cannot get that without doing the work. Same thing for the old image for an external, or internal image of ourselves, all right? So now we are going to work on that. And this is when we have to go into reps. We have to do the reps. Mental exercises. It needs to become part of our lifestyle. Day in, day out. We are trying to change, become somebody, become better than how we are. The new image of your internal self. And this is when the work has to get done. So how you see yourself, whatever is going on up here, it will tell you how you see yourself. You don't respect yourself. You are just getting yourself into all kinds of problems. You create all types of hell for yourself, not understanding at all why you are even doing it. This is when you have to sit down and put in the reps, folks. The reps need to be done. Become a new person, a better person. So, mental exercises plus physical exercises create the change that you want to see. Become more kind. Let's say you were given a program freely at birth, which is a hostile program. You are just miserable, resentful, and because of whatever happens to you in the past. And you said, okay, that image of myself, I want to change. This is when you're going to have to do the reps. You're going to have to go from those weak thoughts. Hi, Ruthless Root, appreciate you stopping by. So, this is when you have to go from those. Resentment is weak. It makes you weak. It's weak thoughts. Nobody respects you, really. They don't. So, we're going to get power thoughts. You step out into the world stronger. Mentally, you are stronger. Your internal image of yourself is more upbeat, more happier, more joyful, more jolly. This is when the reps has to happen. Must do the reps. right? Put in the work, day in, day out. And that's what we are going to do. And we can even take it a little further. The reps has to put in, the work has to be done. And this is what we are going to do. We're going to put in the work. Time for that change. So, now we know what to do. Why are we not doing it? Could be a lot of reasons why. One, you are just not disciplined. You are not committed to change. That's the reason why you go to the gym for 2 days, then you stop going and be like, oh man, come on, I don't feel like going anymore. That's sad. So you need to be committed to the journey. And we need to discipline ourselves to do the work, because we cannot live the same way how we have been living for God knows how long. So we have to change that. All right. So here we go. External image and internal image. Now we know how to change those. We know what to do now. We got the process down. We are working with the principles: commitment, discipline, consistency. And we are dealing with the external, and we are dealing with the internal as well. This is development time. No excuses. The misery that we have wallowing for so long, the hell that we create for ourselves by not understanding the internal image, how to change it. Now we know how to deal with it. Your life is going to be better once you get committed to this journey. The lifestyle. The lifestyle has to do with you getting better, and that involves plain old practice. That's what it is. No magic trick here, folks. This is no magic trick. I thought there was some magic here all along. I thought that people who are successful has some magic up their sleeves that they work and then they become successful. It is actually plain old practice. Get better at life. What do I mean by that? Florence Scovel Shinn, she wrote a book, back in the 1920s, I don't know, 30s, 40s, who knows? I forgot the year when she wrote the book. Maybe 1940 when she wrote that book. And she said something interesting. She said life is a game, and you need to know how to play it. So here, that's right, Christy. Practice makes perfect. And here is what I got from life is a game. You need to know what to do, and you also need to know what not to do. You gotta stay away from certain people, places, and things. Doesn't suit you, doesn't benefit you. Away from those people, away from those places, away from those things. They are causing you headache, problems, troubles, worries. Increase your resentment. And resentment is something that you want to reduce that. It robs you of your happiness. So you want to reduce resentment. You reduce resentment, your happiness goes up. You increase your resentment by getting yourself into problems that you should not have been in the first place. it reduces your happiness. So know what to do, know what not to do. And you need to get to work and start working on two things: your external image and your internal image. Both must change in order for you to actually start living life more happy, more joyful, more loving, more peaceful, more calm, and you get to enjoy more of life. More people will like you. You will like more people. You are less resentful. Your old program, old trauma begins to start to wash away from the repetition. Your old program will subside and give way to your new image. Just like your old physical body give way to your new physical shape. This takes work. Don't listen to what anybody telling you that you can just magically manifest this thing here out of the universe. Not gonna happen. Day 431 days since I'm on this journey here, and I have been putting in the work. And I can tell you, it's hard work a lot of times. Change can be difficult. But the crazy thing about change is you've been working for a long time. It seems like nothing is happening. Then out of the blues, boom. Some change does happen. You'd be like, whoa, what happened here? It compounds over time, and you are working with a compound effect. And when a compound effect kicks in, it takes over. You gonna have to start chase down the new you. That's your job now, to chase down the new you. The old you is nowhere to be found. Gone. Bye. So that's what we are going to be working on here. Now we know what to do. Time to get to work. Time to change. Time to make change a priority. We are going to be committed to change. I thought the change was some miracle that you have to work. That's what I thought. Until it dawned on me. Change is nothing, folks, but plain old practice. That's what it is. You want to get better at a guitar? What do? There are certain strings that you're going to have to play those strings over and over and over and over and over again. Sure, you're going to try some new strings once in a while, but for the most part, are the same strings. You ask the guy who has the buff guy, the big guy, you ask him, how did he become so buff? Ask him how many different type of workouts he did. Yes, sure, he does new type of workouts sometimes, but for the most part, it's the same workout he did over and over and over again, the same reps. And that's what we are going to be doing here to deal with the internal image of ourselves. So if we see ourselves as broke, poor, bitter, behaving like not good human beings, and we are saying, okay, time to change that. Time to make a change a part of my lifestyle. Time to effect change, time to enact change. and we're going to put in the work. So, new way of looking at ourselves. When you go in front of the mirror, when you change your external physical body, when you go in front of the mirror and you look in the mirror, you feel good about yourself, and you should, despite what people are gonna say. Oh, you are this. I'm not saying you should go show off out there, put people down. I'm not saying you should do that. But you should feel good about yourself because you deserve to feel good about yourself. Because you put in the work and you struggle, you suffer. Days when when you didn't want to go to the gym, you still go. You should feel good about it. I'm not saying you should brag or anything like that. And you are entitled to do that if you want to. That's just my personal opinion on it. But you should feel good about yourself. Now, I want you to feel good internally. When you sit down by yourself, because this is when those thoughts typically popped up when you're by yourself. And you can't control them. They're running across your screen of space. And you are hearing these voices. And they are saying all types of stuff which you don't want anybody to really hear those thoughts, because if they do, they're gonna look at you crazy. Right? That's what we're gonna work on. And we are gonna put in the work, put in the reps, and the change will be inevitable. We're gonna work on it. We're gonna do it. We can do it. Let's get to work. Let's enact change. Let's effect change. We're gonna change external and also internal. Make sure it becomes a part of your lifestyle. So this is daily work. What are you doing, Tyler? Working on myself. Change. Because people are going to ask you, what are you doing? Why are you reading the same thing over and over and over? Are you okay? It is illogical to repeat the same thing over and over, to listen to the same thing over and over. It is illogical. Logic works sometimes. You know what works all the time? Emotions. If you have to make a decision, a logical one and an emotional one, most likely the emotional one is going to win. You know better. You know not to do what you say you're going to do there. You know better. So, logical and emotional, those two are always going to clash. If it's emotion, you want positive emotions. So that way, when you're going to make the move, it ended up working for you and not against you. So if you are on the resentment program, most likely, whatever you do there, I hate to say it, you're going to do things to hurt yourself. So we need to replace old information coming from the trauma with new information. Downloaded some new stuff, new way of communicating, because maybe you communicate with so much anger, resentment because of the old programming. Now you're going to communicate with new information, calm, peaceful, joyful, more caring, more kind. And that is what we are going to work on. All right. So, all right then, folks. Ryan here coming to you with a brand new video. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Help out your boy to get out into the YouTube universe. And I'm looking forward to talk to a lot of you in a new video. And as I said, we are going to make the change. We're gonna merge external, we're gonna change our external image also with our internal image. We're gonna merge the two. We're gonna change those two and experience more of life. All right? And this must be done. Put in the reps, do the work, and don't forget, make it a part of your lifestyle. This is lifestyle, folks. We can get away without practice. Plain old practice changes your life and makes you a better person. All right? Positive practice. You can practice negative things too. All right? And we don't want to do that. Ryan here with a new video, folks. Looking forward to see you soon in a brand new video. Bye for now, and we'll catch up.